Asking, is Portland over? The city has seen a record number of shootings, homicides, more homeless camps, and now an uphill battle against property crimes.
And police tell us, yeah, sure, they could go out every day and recover stolen cars, but like all of these interconnected issues, there just aren't enough resources to go around.
Our Lindsay Nadrich's got a unique look at what they're up against when they go to get these cars. Lindsay, what did you discover here?
Well, we went into a homeless camp with police while they looked for stolen cars, and they found a lot while we were with them. But we also found people and animals living in conditions no one should be living in. It was tough to see, but this is the reality of what's going on.
It's good to see you. How are you?
I've been better. I had strep throat.
Oh gosh, we're just looking for stolen cars. Let me sneak by.
Okay.
So this one is new.
When Portland police officers pulled into this homeless camp off Airport Way, people scattered.
I'd be shocked if this isn't stolen.
The officers spread out and immediately started running VIN numbers.
23 John. Hey, we found the stolen ProMaster you guys have listed stolen. We found it here in Portland. So unfortunately, it's significantly stripped and it's deep in the woods in a transient camp.
They found cars and trucks tucked away in the woods on both sides of the hill, stolen from all over the metro area.
We've had cars today from Portland, Vancouver, Hillsborough.
The sheer number of car thefts in Portland is staggering. In just the month of September, 911 cars were stolen in Portland.
We woke up and the car was gone.
I went out there Wednesday morning and sure enough, Land Cruiser was gone.
Walked outside at 10 o'clock in the morning, car was gone.
I've never seen this many stolen cars in Portland. I've been with Portland for 19 years and this is by far and away the most.
Portland is even outpacing other larger West Coast cities in car thefts. From January to September of this year, more cars have been stolen in Portland than in Seattle, San Diego, or San Francisco.
They don't do anything.
And behind the statistics, you'll find people like Lee Shellman and Paul DiNapoli. Their Land Cruiser was stolen from outside their Southeast Portland home the morning of August 25th. They found it 2 days later, roughly a mile from their home.
They left a bunch of stuff in there, including drugs, credit cards, and this lovely thing, bump key to get into our...
It's a key that has been filed down so that it fits in a lot of different door locks, and it perfectly fits in a very worn out 30-year-old Toyota.
After finding it, they called 911, but were told police were tied up at a shooting, and it would be a while before anyone could get to them. While they waited, they found a trail of their stuff that led them to a homeless camp at 19th and Division.
And we saw stuff sticking out from underneath the tarp.
The couple says police showed up about 4 hours later and stood guard while they collected their stolen items and truck, but no one in the camp was arrested.
How is it that our stolen property is right there? No names, no questions, no arrests, nothing.
And that's the frustration I heard from two other car theft victims I interviewed as well. Both say they found their cars stripped and abandoned near homeless camps, but saw no arrests.
And that seems to be the consistent thing is people are recovering their cars in, around, or adjacent to these places, and there's ample evidence, but there's nothing that can be done about it.
So I took this concern to Portland police.
So when citizens are like, hey, somebody's sitting in that car and you're not arresting them, and then they tell us, oh, hey, my buddy gave me a ride in this and he's gone. Whether that story is true or not, we have to be able to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt to bring a case forward to the DA's office.
And that's the catch-22, and what's frustrating for victims when they find their stolen car and no one's held accountable. We've now been in this camp with police for a couple of hours checking for stolen cars. So far, they're up to 11, including this Prius right here. Officer Dan Romanowski says he also noticed a massive increase in stolen cars at homeless camps in the area he patrols. So he and other officers now check camps like this one every other week for stolen vehicles.
So I said, at the very least, let's come down and get these cars back for these owners so they can get their cars back or some closure.
We saw cars with broken windows, without tires, and stripped of parts.
So the red Jeep is stolen, and then as is the Ford pickup truck. So we've got tows coming for both.
So while Romanowski says he'd like to do more, In most cases, they can only recover the stolen vehicle. He says multiple agencies would need to get involved to address the homeless camp itself.
It's a drop in the bucket, to be honest with you, but it's a step in the right direction, given what we're able to do with the resources we have right now.
He says Portland's car theft problem is just one on a list of many that have ballooned beyond anyone's expectations, and has us asking, is Portland over?
Obviously, we don't have any simple solution for this, otherwise it wouldn't be as rampant as it is right now.
Well, police found a total of 12 stolen cars in that camp when we were there. They told me they could go into camps like that every day and have similar results. However, as we've talked about before, police say it's difficult to prove who stole the car unless they catch them in the act. So in most cases, their hands are tied, which is extremely frustrating for victims.
You did such a great job showing this problem, but the frustration that comes out, not only the people who got their cars stolen, but the frustration of police officers who say, this is a blatant violation of the law, but we're kind of powerless. We can just go out and get them. We could do this every day.
Yeah,
we just have too much other crime to investigate.
Yeah, he was frustrated. As you said, he wants to do more. He wishes he could do more. And he's the one who got this task force to go out because he was noticing just how big of a problem it is.
Right, and we've heard the stories from people all around. Each night in our newscast, they found the car, but then what next?
Yeah.
Will someone get in trouble for it? Probably not.
Yeah.
Wow, Lindsay, thanks for that report.
Thank you, Lindsay.